Alright, so here we go. I'm going to walk through today, and I'm going to show you what you will see when you first log into your web builder, and we're going to go through some of the basic things you'll be doing in your builder. While I do this today, I will be using one of my accounts. This is just the account I use for examples. So some of it will be more set up than what yours will look like when you first open the account. Unfortunately, I don't have a blank builder to open at the moment, so you'll have to bear with me. It'll be a little different from what you'll see, but I do hope that I'll be able to at least give you a basic idea of what we'll be doing here. So when you first log into your builder, this is the page that will come up for you. You'll click right here on Launch Web Presence Builder. And when you do that, you will see this page come up here. And it's going to load here. Now, when yours first comes up for the first time, you will actually not see this page. When you first log in, you will see a page that will ask you to select the template that you desire to have on your site. You'll select the template if you're choosing. The template really doesn't matter all that much because we will be able to change any pages. But for example, if you were selling pet supplies, you might choose the pet store template since it will be closest to what you're doing. But really, any template is fine. For any retail business, I would just get the generic retail template. After you have selected your template, you will fill in the information about yourself, including the website's name, your name, the email address for the website, and the address. However, if you do not have a physical location, I would not fill in the address. Then you can tell it to submit, and then that will bring up this page here. Now, every time you log in, you will see this video here. This is a basic video that will walk through the steps of the builder. It's similar to what I'm going to do, except for it doesn't have any sound. So you're welcome to watch this as well. Now go ahead and tell it to close. This page here, I'm going to also go ahead and close. This is just going to come up every time as well. It comes up to give you your statistics and show your comments for your site or orders. This site isn't hooked up to do any of that yet. Neither will yours when it first opens. So let's close. Now, ignore the background and stuff. Yours will come up as a very basic template. You'll have just a basic template back here. You'll have probably a solid color here. It's not really too fancy. So the first thing you'll want to know how to do is add a module. Module's right here. A module is anything you are adding to your website. So, for example, if I wanted to add, say, some text to a page, I would grab the text and image module right here, and I would just click and drag that to my desired location. So we're going to bring it over here, and if you see, right there, you see how it says site-wide or page-specific, it changes? If you drop it when it says site-wide, that will make this module appear on every page of the site in this location. Normally, you will not want to do that. So what you want to see is a page-specific, which is green. Notice if I drag my mouse down just a little bit, it does turn green, and it does say page-specific. Now, if I drop that module, I have a blank text module here that I can type. See, typing. And then if I wanted to change the font, I could change the font to be something else. See, whatever I want to do. If I wanted to add an image, I can click image. And it will let me upload an image there. That was somebody in a swim cap. So we can all laugh at that. It's kind of funny. Now we're going to go ahead and remove that module by clicking here. Clicking remove will actually remove the module. If you're trying to remove something from the module, you would hit delete in your keyboard. If you're removing the entire module, you would hit that. So we'll go ahead and hit yes. And if you'll notice, that module is gone. However, I do have this module here that was already there. If I wanted to add a video module, it'd be the same thing. Just drag it over here, and then you fill in whatever it would be. Next is design. This is where we change our colors. If I wanted to change the layout of my site, maybe changing where my sidebars were, I could tell it to switch sidebars. You notice that sidebar I had with my menu goes back and forth. I can also say that I want two sidebars. And if you'll notice over there, the other sidebar was over here. Sorry. If I wanted to change the scheme, meaning the basic colors, right now it's on summer sky. Actually, you can't see any of those colors because I actually have a custom background, those clouds. So you can't actually see it. But that would be the different colors. There's 4 of them here. This one here is actually, I believe, the background. Second one here is your menu that goes right here, the navigation, which I actually don't have on this site, but there would be a bar here with your navigation, which would list your pages. The third color here is the background color for this page, which is actually behind this white. And the fourth one is your sidebar, which is right here. And I've actually changed those, but that's normally where you would see them. Here you can change the area of your color of your content area, which is this here. I would not recommend changing that, as it does tend to look a little weird. But here you can change your fonts. You'll probably never do that. And really, it's not a good idea to change your font. Corners, if you'll notice up in the very corner, so I can show you. Up here, it's kind of a rounded corner. The bottom is kind of a rounded corner too, whereas over here, it's hard to see them, but they're actually square corners. I can't even show you. But they are square corners, which is strange. I actually want them all to be rounded, so I can change that. I can also, if I wanted to add, like change the header or something, I can do that here. Okay. Really, most of these, yeah, I'm not used much. Borders, if I wanted to add an external site border, for example, like that, if you see up here, very corner. I could do that, however, I actually don't want one, so I'm going to tell it I don't want any. Oh, dear. I'm not sure how I managed to do that. I don't like that at all. Alright, so now we're going to go over here to pages. This is where you would add and remove pages. Now you'll notice I have a big list here of different pages. You automatically will have usually either only the home page, or in some cases you might have home, about us, contact, or home, contact, store. Depending which template you chose previously, it will have some pages here already. I have all these other pages I've added here that go with this site. If you want to add a new page, you simply hit Add Page. You'll notice it will come up here with New Page. Now, if I wanted to name that page, we'll say it's Test. I type in Test here. And then perhaps if I wanted to maybe move this page, you see how it's between Home and About Us? If I click the down arrow, you'll notice that the test page jumps down, and I can actually keep doing that. If I want a page to become a test page, or not test page, I'm sorry, a secondary page, like these pages here, I can hit this little indent, and the page will jump over. Now you notice if you look over on this far left side here, that you don't see in those pages, you won't see anything that says test. But now if you look now, see it reappears, right here. But if I actually make it a secondary page to the page above, which is About Us, you will only see it when I put my mouse over. Okay, this is not working properly. It's supposed to pop up when I put my mouse over About Us. However, it doesn't apparently work. So, but normally it will. That's actually just a setting that I don't have in there correctly, but that's what it does. I can show you later if you'd like. So I've got all your pages here. So if you wanted to delete a page, you just click on it so it turns green, and then hit Delete Page. You'll notice that page has vanished, and now we have our other pages here, which is nice. The next button is Memorials. No, I'm sorry. The next page is Documents. I'm sorry, I was reading one of my pages, not Memorials. Documents would be if you had maybe a text document or a PDF you wanted someone to be able to click on the link to download. It's really not very likely that you need to, but if you'd like to use it later, I can show you. I just don't have anything right now to use as an example. Next is Settings. Now here is where you would set up your keywords, as well as your website description, and then the name of the site. This is also the page you would come to later on when you add Google Analytics to your site, which is how you can track your website's progress, track the amount of views and such. Here would be our website description. This would be, we'll put in here to describe the website. So this would describe our site. So for example, a description of the site might be site description, pose, here, area. So I'll put that in there. I actually just spelled description wrong, so I'm going to spell check it. So that's where it would go. And that's where that would go. So you put your description here. This would be a 1 to 2 sentence description of your site that would describe it. Maybe something like, if your site was about home decor, you might say here at whatever the name is, we provide the best quality home decor for whatever, including whatever. Something like that. We can go over that later. Meta keywords down here. These would be the keywords that you would have for your site. You'll need 10 to 15 of them. They are the keywords or phrases that are related to your site that people can type into Google or another search engine to locate you. We will do research on this later, and I'll show you kind of how it works. The words you're seeing in there right now are actually keywords for this site. I haven't actually finished the keywords for the site, but those are some of the examples of keywords that would go with the site. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. I'm going to save what we've done so far. And now I'm going to actually show you how you would change your menus and also how you would change your header. So I'm going to minimize this just so it's not in the way. Now, my header image is actually this picture of the bridge. It's one I actually uploaded myself. I had to go find it. When you first come onto yours, you'll actually see, it will say this, it'll say Our Library, and you'll have a different image here. And you'll be able to click right here, and you'll see, you'll see a whole bunch of images in here. There are 430 images here. They're preloaded, and you can use any of them that you like. You can also upload your own image if you so choose. And the image size you would want is usually, mine is 680 by 196. Mine's actually kind of small. Usually you want it to be about maybe 700 by about 200 or 300. If you notice, my picture actually does not extend the length of the page, which is bad. It should actually extend there. So we have some preloaded ones if you want to find one of your own, or you want to resize a picture or crop one. That's not too difficult to do. I can show you how to do that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put in our image. So I could say if I wanted to do maybe like that violin, I would just click on the violin, and then that would put it up here. I'm not going to do that though, since I kind of like my little bridge. And then if I wanted to maybe have my logo up here, I can click here. And if you notice, there's a little thing right here where I could have a logo. I don't actually have a logo for this site though, so I'm going to hide it. The website name I have showing, which is actually right here. If I wanted to change the font on that, I could change the font here, the size, the color, also whether or not it's outlined or not. And I could also change the, if it was underscored or italicized, anything like that. If I wanted no image, I could say none, and it would do that. I really don't like that though, so we're not going to do that. Oh, my image is gone now. Well, that's not very helpful, is it? Okay, I fixed it. So now that's all gone. I'm trying to think what else I could show you. Oh, menus. So if you notice here, my navigation is on the side, whereas yours will actually be on the top. The reason that your navigation will be on the top is because that's where it automatically is. So I actually want to show you something. So I'm going to put my navigation back up here. This is where yours will appear. Now I chose to put them on my sidebar. That's just my choice. I think it looks better on the sidebar, at least on this side I did. You might choose to do yours across the top. Really, either way is fine. Now, do you remember when I showed you the pages, and I showed you how to add a secondary page and then it didn't appear? I'm going to show you why that is. You may never need to do this, but I at least want you to know how to do it. So if you hover over your navigation, you'll get that little edit box. You get that with pretty much any module you're working with. If you click on edit, it will come up with whatever options that module has. This one happens to have only two options, either levels or menu items. Menu items just controls how these items look. Oops, that's the wrong button. Levels actually controls the levels it shows. This only shows first level, meaning it does not show secondary pages. If I tell it to do first and second, it will actually show the first and second levels. So now we're going to hit OK. Oops, there we go. And now if you notice, if I hover over these, you see nothing appears. That's because I have no secondary pages. So I'm going to go add a secondary page, just so I can show you how this works. So we're going to add page, and we're going to indent. And now if I hit OK, it will actually save it. And then if I put my mouse over this page, you see how it says new page here? If I click on new page, it brings me to the page I just created. Now that page is actually blank. So we're just gonna kind of have some fun with this page because I'm gonna delete it later. So if we go to your modules, I'm gonna show you some of the really cool modules that we have on here. We have a text module, have an embedded video module. That one is really neat if you have a YouTube video you'd like to add. I actually do on my other site. I have a whole bunch of YouTube videos I've embedded. If you had something like that, you could embed it. You don't have to. Gallery. An image gallery is pretty neat. Actually, I'm going to show you that one. I'm just going to put it right here. Oops. Right there. So now here, if I wanted to upload a picture here, I could click there and it would let me upload pictures. And then the pictures would appear just in here, like a gallery. It's really cool. You could use it if you wanted to do like examples of things, like art or something. Blogs are pretty nifty. Let me show you the blog. See? And then I can click there, and I could do a blog post. So I could do, my title could be hello. I could do, maybe right here I could type in hi everyone, and then if I go down, I could do some content. Maybe I could tell you about something, and then it would be on here. And then when people come to my blog page, they would see this nice little blog here, and they could leave a comment, which is really nice, because maybe you have something you want to write a blog about, or maybe you don't. Either way is really fine. Blogs aren't required, they're just kind of nifty, I like them. Then we're going to go over here, shopping cart. The shopping cart actually doesn't usually do anything unless you have a store. If you notice, the store is actually, where is our store page? Let's move this module back so I can actually navigate it. There we go. Okay, where's our store page? Here's our store page, I think. Let's look. I think this is it. No, that is not our store page. So this is something completely different. I actually don't know where I put the store page. I'm sorry. That's a very bad thing. I should know that, but I actually don't know. Usually if you click here, you can actually click and drag your online store module over, which is where your products will go. However, I appear to have lost my store page, and I'm really sorry about that. So we will make a separate video for that, so I'm sorry. Now let's go back to our page so I can show you this. So commenting, that's if you're going to comment on the blog. Contact form, I actually have a contact form on my page, so let me just show it to you. It's right here on the Contact Us. And this is really cool. This is the little contact page I made, and right here it says your name. So if you were going to send me a message, you could type in your name. You could do your email address right there, and then your message to me. So maybe you wanted to ask me a question. And then when I click on it, you see it comes up with that edit box I told you about. Now the recipient is who it's going to send the email to. So if you go to this site and you send an email through the contact form, it's going to go to this email address right here. And that's my email address. And then the subject of that email that will come to me will say incoming message. When I see incoming message, I know that is from my website. I know that means someone is sending me a message. I know I need to go check my email. And then the button right here that says send, that's actually the button that is displayed on the page. Let me show you. It's right here. See? So if you wanted that to say something clever, like send message or prepare to be assimilated, you could. It's up to you. Go up here to edit. We can actually edit the fields. So click on fields, and you can see the ones that it asks for a name, email, and message. If I wanted to add a new field, maybe if I wanted to add one that asked someone's gender, I don't know why that would matter, but I could. I could also ask them if they were a pet owner. I could ask them if they liked my site. I could ask how they found us. Anything like that. So if I wanted to add a field, I could, but I'm not going to because I can't think of anything to send. And then the reply. This is when you send a message. This is actually the message that will pop up after it's sent. And I changed mine to say, thank you very much for your message. I will respond as soon as I can. Now, you might choose to do something like, thank you very much for your inquiry. We will respond within 24 to 48 hours or something like that. It's up to you. You can pretty much put whatever you want there. So that's how it works. And I think that's all I can really think of that I need to show you. So if you're watching this, please go and work on your site, and I will make a video to hopefully follow that will show how to add products to the site. So I just need to find my store page first. So I hope everyone enjoyed the video, and if you need any questions answered or anything, everybody has my email address, and just let me know. Okay, bye.